I know you're tired. I know you're frustrated. I know there are days where quitting feels like the easiest option, like it would finally give you some peace. But listen to me for a second. Quitting lasts forever. The exhaustion you feel right now, that passes. The doubt, that fades. The frustration, that changes. But quitting, that sticks. You don't forget the things you walked away from. You don't forget the goals you abandoned. You don't forget the moments where you gave up on yourself even if you try to move on. Quitting doesn't just end the struggle, it ends the possibility. And I'm not saying that to shame you. I'm saying it because I care about you more than I care about your comfort in this moment. Most people don't quit because they're incapable. They quit because they're tired, overwhelmed, discouraged, or scared. They quit because progress feels slow and invisible. They quit because it hurts to keep going without knowing if it'll work. But here's the truth no one talks about. The hardest part usually shows up right before things start to change. You're not stuck because you're failing. You're stuck because you're in the middle. And the middle is uncomfortable. It's quiet. It doesn't give you feedback or validation. It just asks you to keep showing up without guarantees. Quitting feels tempting in the middle, but the middle is where growth happens. If you quit now, you won't just lose today. You'll lose the version of you that was about to break through. And I know you tell yourself, I can always start again later. But later has a way of turning into never. Not because you can't start again, but because quitting trains your mind to run when things get hard. Each time you quit, it becomes easier to quit the next time. Each time you push through, it becomes easier to keep going. You're building an identity here, someone who stays or someone who walks away, and deep down, you know which one you want to be. Quitting doesn't erase the dream, it just hands it over to regret. And regret is quiet, but it's heavy. It shows up years later when you wonder what could have happened if you just kept going a little longer. Temporary pain hurts. Permanent regret hurts more. That doesn't mean you should ignore your limits or destroy yourself pushing non-stop. Resting isn't quitting. Pausing isn't quitting. Changing your approach isn't quitting. Quitting is deciding you're done when you still care. And you still care. That's why this is hard. If you didn't care, quitting would be easy. The struggle is proof that this matters to you. You don't have to be strong forever, you just have to be strong today. You don't have to finish everything right now, you just have to not quit right now. Take a break, step back, breathe, adjust your pace, but don't walk away. Because the version of you that keeps going, even slowly, even imperfectly, that version becomes unbreakable. You've already come too far to let one hard chapter convince you to close the book. Look at everything you've survived. Look at the times you thought you couldn't keep going, but did. You didn't come this far to stop now. Quitting lasts forever, but so does pride. So does self-respect. So does the quiet confidence that comes from knowing you didn't give up on yourself. One day you'll look back and realize this was the moment that tested you, and you'll be glad you stayed. Not because it was easy, but because it was worth it. So don't quit today, even if you're tired, even if you're discouraged, even if you feel stuck. Just don't quit. Rest if you need to. Slow down if you need to. But stay, because the pain you feel now is temporary, and the strength you're building will last forever. And so will the pride of knowing you didn't give up on yourself when it mattered most.